Welcome back to my podcast, everybody. So today's video is a daytime chat with Jazzy, and I'm gonna be giving you some college relationship advice, some romantic relationship advice in college. So let's get into this video. I first would like to pinpoint that no relationship is perfect. Everybody goes through problems in relationship. Everybody argues in relationships. But I want to say, I do not recommend being in a relationship in college. So if you already was in a relationship before you got to college, then yes, stay in a relationship. That's different. But I do not recommend meeting someone and dating them while you're in college. Here's why. Because we all know that when we hear the word college fun, we think about the college parties. And we hear stories about what happens after the college parties and how it could be wild. And we also hear stories about people like hooking up with everyone on campus or trying to hook up with everyone on campus and cheating on their significant other back at home, or they're all just hooking up with each other and partying and stuff like that. So yes, some of it is true. College is somewhat like that. So that's why I do not recommend like being in a relationship while you're in college, because everybody's talking to everybody. Everybody want to hook up with everybody on campus, and but if you already was in a relationship before you got on campus, here's my advice to you. Ask yourself, can you handle being in a relationship with somebody that's in college? Now, take in mind that yes, you may hear stories about people in college hooking up with each other or trying to hook up with everybody on campus. Yes. Taking consideration of that, they have to socialize with people on campus. That they're going to be socializing with people, of the opposite gender. So if you have a problem with them, talking to people on campus and going to parties, and also it's something called co-ed living spaces. So there's co-ed housing. So if you have a problem with them living in a dorm or in a house, there's both males and females. Then if you have a problem with them seeing the opposite gender in their living space, walking in the hallway, looking in the bathroom, and they see the opposite gender, if you're not comfortable with them being around the opposite gender as much, then don't be in a relationship, because stuff like that happens. It's going to be times where your partner is going to walk into a bathroom and they see the opposite gender in there, if they're living in a co-ed housing space. But you can find housing space where it's just, all females, or it's all males, or whatever. But sometimes there's co-ed living spaces. You're going to be walking in the hallway where you see a guy, and like your lady's going to see a guy, or it's going to be a time where your man is going to see another girl in their dorm, or in their hall or whatever. So you have to be comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, then don't be in a relationship at all. Don't even think about being in a relationship if you're not comfortable with them living in a space where it's co-ed. You have a problem with them going to college parties. If you have a problem with them socializing with people with the opposite sex, I don't understand what is the problem with that, because you have to socialize with people in order to make connections on campus. You have to know people. Like, you're going to know people, especially if you go to a small college. You're going to meet people. You're going to speak to them. And if you're living with them, you're going to be not like forced, but you're going to speak to them. That's rude to not even talk to them at all. Not even say hi. You don't have to be close friends with the person, but you can speak, say hello. So if you have a problem with that, don't be in a relationship. Don't even think about it. And if you say you're okay with it and you want to keep working on the relationship, work on it. And it's okay to change your mind throughout the time that they're in college. It's okay to like change your mind. Like, okay, I thought I can handle it. I thought I can deal with this, but now I don't think I could do this anymore. It is okay to change your mind. My advice is to don't try to be controlling. Okay, you cannot control if the person is gonna. You cannot control their decisions, whatever. Also, take in consideration that they are in college, and the workload from college. Transition from high school into college, the workload is totally different. College, they get way more work and the classes are way harder than in high school. So you may not be able to, you're not going to speak to them all the time as much as you used to, and like when you used to date them in high school or whatever. You're not going to be speaking to them as much. After class, they may be doing work and they may can't do work on the phone. So you may be only speaking to them at nighttime. So take in consideration of that. Sometimes don't get upset that the person is, speaking to you. Sometimes you feel like you barely speak to them. It's because college is hard. And some people could multitask and be on the phone while they're doing work. And some people need they need quiet. They need straight silence in order to focus. So, and sometimes it depends on the person's mood. Sometimes they be in the mood, and it depends on the person's mood and the class and the homework that they're working on. So if they're doing homework for like an easy class, yes, they could probably multitask and be on the phone. But if they're doing work from a class that's a little bit more challenging for them, then they're probably gonna need silence and quiet. Like sometimes being on the phone can be a distraction. So if you really have a problem with any of these things that I listed, do not be in a relationship. And if the person you're dating is causing you any of these problems, you can also make a decision yourself. If you're the college student and your partner is, complaining about any of these things that I'm talking about, you have the option of ending a relationship yourself. You don't have to be in a relationship with the person if they're not understanding where you're coming from. They should be able to understand that you are a college student. You're already getting stressed from school and classes and stuff and all this workload, plus trying to also socialize and get involved in school. So you may not have as much time for them. So they need to understand that. And them complaining is going to bring more stress onto you. You don't need any more stress than you already have. So if they can't be your peace and understand that you need to get your degree, if they can't be your peace while you're in school, then you need to leave them, or you need to put the relationship on pause. It needs to be an understanding that I need you to be my peace. I need you to give me some encouragement. So trust your partner and be honest with one another. Be open about your decisions that you're making on campus. Say like, listen, I'm gonna be here tonight and all this. Listen, I'm gonna be doing work. I gotta really study for my exam coming up. So I'm gonna be studying hard, so I'm not gonna be speaking to you as much. That's what I mean, like open and honest. Like, don't lie about where you're at. Don't lie about who you're spending time with, because that's gonna cause more issues and they're gonna start assuming stuff. So that is the end of this podcast. So like, comment, and share.